Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. The man that I have on the line is one of my favourite people, not only in darts, but in the whole entire world.
Harry,
Joshua Rock,
all good?
are we there, my son?
We are indeed.
Oh, God, I hate starting interviews with cliche questions like this, but since we last saw each other, I think it was Village Hotels, Blackpool, ahead of the clash with Gezi at the match play. How's life been, my son? Because I tell you what, these last few months, if we think back to the World Cup as well, it's been mental for you, isn't it?
Yes, I've been playing well at darts. Well, I know I could play well, but it was just doing it was the problem. So I'm really enjoying playing darts, and I think that's why the results are going the way they are.
Are you getting stopped more in Northern Ireland at the moment, mate? Because, I mean, you must be the most famous person. Obviously, yeah, we'll give Daryl his credit as well, but I feel like you're more of an approachable man than Mr. Gurney, even though
Well,
he is a lovely human being.
I might have to agree to that. You probably agree to that too, funny enough. But yes, I saw a bit extra on the side. People obviously noticing me a lot more after performances, the match play, win the World Cup, and all that. Just been doing it well all year. I have to admit.
I've been saying to a lot of people, and I said it to you just before we hit record, three or four of the best darts shots, outs, clutch moments, in my opinion, have come from you this year. You think about the World Cup, the 171, and then Daryl takes out the 16, the 164 out against Gezi at the match play. Was it the 161 to force the last leg decider against Littler on the Euro Tour? How are you finding that extra level? Like, is it just because you always ask darts players these questions, and they always say, "Well, I'm just throwing," but are you getting sort of like hyped up in yourself because you're becoming more of a roarer, like a getaway prize?
Yeah, I think it's all clutch moments, and as they always say, if you've got the bottle, and in them moments. Well, with the 161, I nearly miscounted it because I looked at Luke's score, because he hit 124 to leave tops, and I thought I have 124 left, and then Kurt Bevis said you acquire 161, and I hit the treble 20 sweet as a nut, and that's why I stood back because normally I just go bang bang. I went, oh dear, I do have one, I do have 161, so that's why I stood back, and then treble 17s in the middle, and then the bull. So it's at the moment I've done it this week against Humphreys to make it 4-4 on the European Tour, the 153. So it's all about
Mm.
timing, but as I said, I'm not confident when it comes to three dart out shots. So you have to take them out when you know you need to.
You saying then about how sweet your 60s are and your treble 20s, and some people are just so natural with it. You think about Littler and the amount of 180s that you can put up, prime MVG as well. Just like for sort of like the nerdier aspects, because there will be like kids that are, trying to rattle off their first 180, maybe even trying to hit their first treble 20 for the first time. I mean, you may not even know what you do because it comes so natural. You may not even have a method. You just let your arm go. But what are you looking at when you hit this treble 20? Because some people say, oh, I just look at big 20 and that's it. You get some people that go, do you know what? I actually look at treble five or treble one and it actually goes in. What's going through your mind? Where are you looking to get that 60 and then eventually a max as well? Because it's magnetic with you at the moment, mate.
I just look at the treble 20. I know a lot of people would aim half an inch above the treble 20 because the way they throw, but that's because they would seem to drop below the 20 a lot, whereas I don't think I do as much as other people. When I do, I switch to 19s, and I've got a good 19s cover shot. So I aim for the treble, and I look at everything what I'm going for, and obviously I'm hitting it. So
That's why I always love asking these questions because you always think you're going to get a proper, methodical answer. Being like, I'm looking right here on this corner of like the screen of my score, and that happens, and it's just as simple as looking at the treble 20. Right, the World Series Amsterdam this weekend, Josh. I mean, back-to-back Euro Tour finals. We mentioned the match play as well. You're in great form coming into this tournament. How are you feeling? You ready to go? You bang up for it?
yeah, I'm bang up for it. And as I said, I've been really enjoying my darts this year. Every time I step on the stage, I feel at home. So I'm just looking forward to playing Christoph. I know it's going to be a slow game, so I know I'll have to just slow my game down a wee bit. So if I get over the game against Christoph, I should be okay.
You mentioned about him being slow, and obviously with you being such a quick player as well, does that bother you in any way? does it make you sort of like rethink, or do you just try and sort of speed them up? But that's the thing; it may not even be mind games from them throwing so slowly. That's just their style. But how do you sort of keep yourself kind of preoccupied during that period?
Well, I hope they don't take 7 minutes to get up to the walk-on in the semi-final of the European Tour. I'm not mentioning who it was, but anyway, you just you can't say much. You just have to kind of just get on with it. And Christoph's not slow getting up the stage. I know he's a slow player, but you just have to adapt to it.
Especially of you as well. I mean, I've wanted to ask you about this for so long. Can you be careful when you get on the stage, please? Because every single time you're on the telly, you're sprinting up 8 or 9 steep steps. And listen, I've been on the stage at Alexandra Palace and the O2 as well at the Premier League. Josh, my biggest fear is that you're going to trip over because there's walking up the stairs, there's sort of like skipping steps. But you're like Usain Bolt going up there,
But you
Josh.
have to realise when it comes to Ali Pali and the match play, the steps are a lot wider, so you can't get the two railings to run up. So I don't do it. If you notice, I don't do it when it comes to them tournaments. I do it with the European because it's smaller. There's other majors that are smaller steps together. But I just do that because it gets me hyped up to get me ready for the game.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, some people take their time.
It's me.
Obviously, when you play Luke,
I
gone.
do it. Humphreys does it. Rob Cross does it. Sometimes Gessie does it. Just get run up just to get yourself hyped up for the game.
We didn't. Luke Humphreys didn't do it against you at the on the Euro Tour at the weekend. I don't know if that was because he was tired or
It was warm.
heavy.
Any wonder he didn't run up. That was the heat in that building was. Oh, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just far too much. I don't know how people is going to last when it comes to that because it's so warm. And they did open the doors during the walk on. Obviously, they let some of the heat out, but it didn't make a difference at all.
Right, basic question, Josh Rock. We have all of these conversations as Starts fans, and you're getting so close, so close, and we know you're going to be a major winner at some point. How long time frame can we say? Because I spoke to Matthew Edgar the other day, and he expects you to pick up a title before 2026. So you got Slam, Grand Prix, Worlds is 2026 anyway. I mean, picking up a World Series and Players Championship at Butlins as well.
The world's
Not
crown
putting
is
any
in
pressure.
2026.
Doesn't well. He said before 2026, so
Well.
the world's even though it starts in 2025, it doesn't matter. How long, Josh? Because we're all rooting for you, pal.
I don't know. It's just when I believe things happen for a reason. So when the time's right to win my first major. Obviously, I hope it's this year, but that's if it's not, I'll win one next year.
And the proper journalist like I am, and you're a pal of mine, but I have to ask these questions.
What?
Josh, will you be a world champion one day?
I do believe it will be a world champion one day. I do believe. I would love to be I would love to be the first world champion from Northern Ireland.
I think you will be.
So we'll just see what happens between now and whenever that time may happen.
I mean, we had this conversation when you first signed for Target, and it was at the start of the year. And you said to me, "I am going to be dominating darts with Luke Littler. It is going to be me and him."
Yep.
And a few of us were like, "Obviously, Josh, you're good. Like, you are good.
Yeah.
You are." But we were just kind of a bit like, it's a bit of a mad thing to say, to be honest. You think you proved me wrong. I describe myself in 3 words: very rarely wrong. And I love being proved wrong as well. And do you know what? Some people can really get egg on their face, but you've believed your own hype, and I think that's testament to your character as well. And Luke Humphrey said off the back of Prague, it's going to be them two that dominate it, and I want to be in there as well. Do you see yourselves? If obviously
it was because the crowd were that loud. It was Josie and Daryl because they watched the final. They said Humphreys gave me a lot of praise. I could not hear one single word he said. The crowd were just that loud.
Do you think you can be sort of like the 3 people at that table then?
I'd love to be the 2 at that table. I believe I can, yeah. Just if I keep doing what I'm doing, I don't see why not.
Premier League? I mean, you've been asked about it 1,000,000 times.
I think in every single interview in the last 4 months I've been asked for the Premier League.
Right, I'm scrapping it. I'm scrapping it. Right, all right. I'm rewording it. What would it mean, Josh, to walk in front of that Belfast crowd at the Premier League.
Oh, that would be an absolute dream come true. Whenever I stood up on the stage that night when I got the Best Newcomer and the Best Young Player awards when they announced it in Belfast, my heart kind of stopped beating for a second, realizing what I was there for and collecting. But to be a part of Belfast in the Premier League would mean the absolute world to me. Even if I only got to do it once, but if I got to do it 10, 15, 20 times, oh, I still get the same feeling every time.
Same feeling every time, and that's what makes it so special as well.
Yep.
Because, I mean, when I spoke, because obviously we're both good pals with Scott Williams, and because I'd interviewed you so many times like we're doing now, and I'd never actually spoken to you, and it's just hearing those authentic answers because you are a normal human being. I was like to Scott, I was like, I'm scared to go up and speak to Rocky, to be honest, because I don't want to bother him before he's playing Gez, and he was like, he's just a normal guy from Ballymena. That's it, and you
Exactly.
are, and
Oh, come on. I'm
and
one of the
and
boys. I enjoy going out like as well. I just like to be normal. I'm not one who just sits in his hotel room 24 hours in the day waiting until his next game's played. I do enjoy going out, playing golf, darts, snooker, pool, watch football. I'm one of the boys.
mate, and that's the thing. That's what makes darts so beautiful as a sport is that heads don't and egos don't really get blown up like the sense of footballers, and we both love our football at the same time as well, mate. Um, should we get it out of the way with just before we finish up? Rangers.
Uh,
Yeah, obviously he's got his. Is that a third kit, away
it's the
kit? What we
third.
got going on?
It's the third top, but yeah, Martin Knight. If
Enough
we
said.
get beat, we get beat by Hibs on Sunday or Saturday, sorry, in the cup. I would say if we get beat more than 2-0, the fans are going to protest like they're done with Clement and they need him out. He's just, it takes a, I know we're never going to have another Walter Smith, but he's just not the person we need. It starts, he puts Max Aarons in over James Tavernier, and James Tavernier's 10 million times better than Max Aarons. And as soon as he comes on the pitch, he proves it when Max Aarons comes off.
Would you take Ali McCoist back?
But how well, definitely would at this rate too. Jesus. I'd even take Philip
I
Clement back.
I did an
Oh,
interview yesterday. I did an interview yesterday of our chief football correspondent Alex Crook. You might see some of his like transfer stories during transfer window and whatnot. And he said if Jose Mourinho went to Rangers, because obviously he's been let go by Fenerbahce, that could really be like the saviour of Scottish football. And you think about Scottish football in its heyday and whatnot, but could you imagine
the good thing is
Jose
we could
Mourinho
afford him
turning
now.
up at Ibrox?
We,
Yeah,
we could afford him now up with the 49ers coming in. But to be honest, I would take as that now that's one no one's ever said. I would take as well as Mourinho all the good as Solskjaer. He's just been released obviously from the Turkish league, so I would that'd be another one I would go for personally.
and before we finish off, I meant to add this sort of question in there as well. I'm not going to speak about Man United because no,
Yeah.
even
I
though
mean,
Man
I'm a
United is
fan
sort of
too,
like your
but
second team.
at least in
Yeah,
Anna's
no,
squad.
no, yeah, no one really cares about Manchester United anymore. It's like a mid-table team like my team, Fulham.
Oh,
Euro Tour, right? Your announcement when you come in, obviously you get like the Rocky. It's what was? Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Obviously, Dwayne Johnson. I
uh,
almost forgot then.
Philip.
Dwayne Johnson.
Oh,
Philip's obviously fantastic, but do you reckon in the future, because obviously you've got that sort of like, can feel it, and obviously that gets you fired up. But oh mate, I would actually pay a lot of money if you just
walked
had
out to
the
the Rocks
if
walk-ons.
you smell what the Rock is cooking. I think that would
Oh,
go off, mate.
I probably would, but I think I would cringe inside if I done it myself. Oh, no, Philip, that was I think it was my second European tour in my first year. My first European tour was in Austria, and he announced me. And he said, when I beat Devin Peterson, he came off the stage, he said, I would love to say, can you smell what the Rock is cooking? And I said, do it and see what you think straight away. And he done it, and then I can't remember what my next European was. Something tells me it was Leverkusen, and he done it, and it went great. I went, we'll just keep it for now. And he has done ever since.